Hi everyone, my name is Dave Sturgar and I'm an instructor at Crossroads. I teach sports conditioning and boot camp classes at the gym. In these weird times where we're not able to go to the gym, I'm trying to bring the gym to you so you can work out at home. One of the things that people struggle with at home is they don't think they have weights or things like that, and we have some options for you to start with. So I have a couple different options that I'd like to share with you that you can use at home if you don't actually have weights. So one of the first things, and this one's kind of empty, but a laundry detergent bottle, you can use that. It has a pretty good weight, probably perfect weight for most people to use. One of the other things people can use is just a can of paint. If you have a can of paint that's full, it's going to weigh enough that you're going to be able to do a lot of your exercises with. If you have two that are about the same size, even better. I am lucky enough that I have a kettlebell. Have a couple of them, my wife's and mine. Sometimes my kettlebell is a little bit too heavy. I actually have a weight vest, but if you don't have any of these, one of the things that most people do have is a backpack, and they have books at their house. So I have just loaded up a backpack with some books, and that's what I'm going to use to do any of the weighted exercises today. So the workout that I have for you today consists of 7 different exercises. You're going to do a couple exercises supersetted, and then which means you're going to do one exercise and the next exercise back to back for 3 or 4 sets. And then you'll move to the next set of exercises, do the same thing, and then do the third exercises, the last exercises for a set of those. There's going to be 3 in the last set, superset each one. So the very first one are just squats. Most people do a pretty good job with squats. You want to have a little about shoulder width, toes pointed slightly out. When you drop down, one of the things that I like to do and helps keep my back flat is I bring my hands up. Want to go down to try to get your hips down below your knees. Not everybody's going to be able to do that, and you want to squat down through your heels and keep the weight off your toes. So that's going to be one of them. One of the things that helps with doing exercises the right way is weight. We're going to do those if you can. If you have that backpack, do it with a front backpack, so it's a front squat. So you're down. It helps you keep you in that right stance. Proper form for that squat. Okay, so front squats. All right, you're going to do 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps of those. The next exercise that you'll superset this with are single leg lateral lunges. And some of you have done these before. We're going to do them a little bit different. We're going to load one leg up. We're going to squat down. We're going to step across and come up. Gonna come back down, lunge across, bring up. And we're gonna do each side, right, left is going to be 1, and you're gonna do 4 sets of 12 of those. All right, so that's your first 2 sets of exercises. Front squat with the weight, 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. And then after your first set, you'll go right into those lateral side lunges. Your next 2 sets of weights are pike push-ups, and that's where you're going to be like in a downward dog. So you start off in that, you'll pike up, and a pike push-up is just going to bring your nose to the floor and then back up. Okay, nose to the floor, back up, and that's a pike push-up. Then we're going to use the weights again. That weight, you're going to do a backpack row. So you're going to have a slightly staggered stance. If you can see my feet, my toe is about at my arch. I'm going to bend over with a flat back. I'm going to grab the handle or the back straps. I'm going to start it on the floor, keep that back flat, and you're just going to roll it up to bring your hand up to your armpit. All right. So, and that's the backpack row. So we're going to do 3 sets of 4 to 6 on those pike push-ups, depending on how strong you are. And then you're going to do 3 sets of 8 to 12 on the backpack rows. So you go pike push-ups, right into the row, first set, do 3 sets of those. Our final 3 exercises that you'll superset as well are the stagger stance deadlift. So if you can see, you're going to have the stagger stance, toes to your heel, to your arch. Okay, slight bend in your knees. And you're just going to bend. Keep your knees slightly bent so you're not bending like a squat. Keep your back flat and over. If you have weights, you can do the same thing with the weight. Slight stagger. And it's a deadlift. You should feel this really in the back leg, the back of both your legs, and your glutes. Keeping your back flat as you go straight down and then back up. You're using your hamstring and your glute to do the work. All right. The next exercise, and I'm going to use my kettlebell, but you can definitely use your backpack, is the single arm carry or hold. So all this is just basically exactly what it says. You're just going to hold. You can walk or carry. What you're doing is you're using your core muscles to brace your core and hold. You're going to do sets of 60 seconds on this, on each side. So you'll do 60 seconds on your right, set it down, pull it over, 60 seconds on your left, and you're using your core to brace yourself on this. So with that, you'll do that staggered stance deadlift. You'll do 3 sets of 8. Then you'll go right into the single arm carry. You can walk too. If you have room in your house, you can hold that weight in one arm and you can walk for a certain amount of distance, and then switch your hand and bring it back the same distance. All right. You want to do that for about 60 seconds though. And our final exercises today is some core work that we will do. So you'll do that staggered stance deadlift. Then you'll go into that hold or carry. And then you'll go into either a pike pull. I have a wood floor, so it's kind of easy for me to do this. I'm going to put my feet on my towel, and then I'm going to bring my feet up as far as you can, and then all the way back out, and then back up. Not sure if you can see that direction, but out, and then in as far as you can. If you don't have that type of floor, you have carpet, and if you have paper plates, you can use those. If you're struggling with that because it's not smooth enough, feel free to just hold in a hover or in a plank. Okay, that hover is down on your elbows. You want a straight line from your head, shoulder blades, and your heels. You don't want your hips to sag or have them up. Up is better than sagging. Okay, nice tight core. Or in a plank, you want your hands pretty close together underneath your body, and you're doing the same thing. You want to push your chest away from the floor, but you don't want your back to be rounded, but you don't want your shoulder blades to be pinched either. So those are the 3 exercises at the end. You're going to do 3 sets of those with the staggered stance deadlift. You're going to do 8 reps, 8 to 12 reps. Then you're going to go right into the single leg or the single arm carry or hold, 60 seconds on each side. And then you go into that core, either doing that pike, slide pike, or you'll do that core plank or hover. And that's your workout. So once again, first set, superset, squats, 4 sets of 8 to 12. Single leg lateral lunge, 4 sets of 12, back to back. Then you'll go into your second set, which is the pike push-ups, 3 sets of 4 to 6, followed by the backpack row, 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. And then our last set of 3, which is the staggered stance deadlift, and then followed by the single arm hold or carry, and then your core, either the slide pike or the plank or hover. Have to give a big shout out to the US Ski Team who gave me this idea for this workout, and I wish you luck. Thanks, and have a great evening or day whenever you choose to do this workout.